Eljay?
Yeah?
I really want to see the new recap review. Where can I go?
Well, I'll tell you, little Johnny. If you head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel, you'll find all of our content, recap reviews, mock spotlights, and more, on Vessel a week early. That's right, a full 7 days before we release it on YouTube. Not only that, but content from tons of other creators all across the internet. In order to access it, you need to sign up for early access, which is only $3 a month. It's a really great deal, and it helps us create better, higher quality content. It gets you guys in on the loop a whole week early.
Wow! I'm gonna go sign up right now!
You do that, little Johnny. You do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync. Hello and welcome to the TTV BrickFeed podcast.
What up?
Episode 9.
Yeah, episode 9.
I've been thinking, alright, here's my thing. I feel like I see episode 9 a little too much, and so I'm gonna say it after we say our names,
you say
also at the end.
Episode 9 too much?
3 times.
This is like the first time you would have said it.
I say the number too much, I feel like
I suppose that is true. Fair enough.
If you're clicking on YouTube, you know the number, you've clicked on the episode, you know it's number 9. You don't need to hear me say it 3 times.
Fair.
It's number 9, it's number 9, it's number 9.
Yeah, exactly. How's everybody doing this fine Monday afternoon?
It's Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dating the video.
Oh, man.
Way to go, Meso.
It's okay. Listen, Mondays are like universally the worst, right? Everyone kind of agrees with that. Mondays are like,
not
feel
that
like
bad.
for me, Mondays are the best because it's my rest day. I take off every work that I have that's not TTV.
So the
I take off
opposite of
today.
everyone else's Monday ever, pretty much?
I actually don't have anything going on
the
Mondays
opposite of everyone
anymore.
else's Monday. I do stuff like I'll go and play. I'll exercise. I play soccer.
I'm tired out of my gourd.
Don't you mean football?
I wanted to sleep in today.
Yeah,
Alas, here I am.
I'm tired out of my brain.
I'm tired, I'm Prpl. And
What did you guys do last night?
Who are we?
Oh, okay. Well,
Really?
Sure, we can. I was gonna go into our day, but sure, we can go.
I did
say
a lot
who we
of
are.
cool things, but oh well, here we are.
Well, I know. I was gonna say I want to talk about our days, but sure, okay, Prpl.
All right,
I've
Prpl,
done
who are
nothing
we?
today, okay? I woke up when Kahi called me, so...
You really did. I called you and you're like, I didn't even know what you're talking about. You're just like, and I was like, hey, are you gonna be on? And you're like, and then we hung up.
Wow.
That was it.
Wow.
Anyhow, again, who are we? I'm John.
I am Meso.
What?
I'm LJ.
I'm the Sex Trooper.
And I'm Prpl Dragon. I guess I could just say Prpl now.
You can just be Prpl now. And this
Yay.
is the TTV BrickFeed
TTV.
Podcast, episode 9.
I bet you just blew a lot of people's minds. with the John
Just give me
thing.
one, okay? Listen, Mrs. I just woke up 5 minutes ago.
You should explain
Actually, it
the
was
John
like 20
thing
minutes
ago. I'm allowed one
to
club.
BrickFeed listeners.
Oh yeah, okay. So right. For those of you who haven't known, it's been the ongoing discussion for a while. I was Kahi, because I chose that name when I was 12 and I was on the internet. And over time, I've realized that was a really stupid thing to do. Because guess what? I'm building, people know me as Kahi. I'm never gonna use Kahi for anything. I'm not gonna go to a job and be like, oh, my name's Kahi. Where did that come from? Well, you see, what had happened was, I was on the internet when I was 12 and I thought it was a cool sounding name.
You know what's funny
So
is I
I'm-
didn't even make up my name. My mom picked this one up for me.
That is sad.
Mom,
So
I
it's
need an
like
internet
it's
name.
the exact same. It's the exact same validity as your actual name then, because your mom just randomly picked out your real name too.
Well,
She's
she
just
didn't
like, oh, this
randomly
name
pick
sounds
out my
great.
name. She was watching a movie and she liked how one of the characters' names sounded, so she named me based on that one. So
Wow.
I have a friend whose name is Liliana, and she's not Russian. her family isn't Russian. Her mom just liked that name. She saw like an ice skater in the Olympics one year, and was like, "That's a great name." She has
So
like
basically,
maybe
for all intents
8
and
brothers.
purposes,
So
Kahi is dead.
not 8
and
brothers, like 10.
John has risen from the ashes.
I mean, people have. I mean, you can use them interchangeably, but I am trying to switch it out. On my Twitter, I've always been at the Jonathan Juan. On the boards, I'm now just John. I want to try to change it up.
Fair enough.
So-
Change it
I'll
to
do my
Johnny
best.
Cage.
That doesn't mean been wanting to call him
Johnny
Johnny.
Cage.
Yeah,
What?
from Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Johnny Cage, yeah.
Johnny Cage, that sounds...
Well, you know what Johnny Cage is? He's an actor. You know
Is
who
he?
else is an actor? Jackie Chan.
Luke Cage.
Oh
You know
no.
what Jackie Chan's doing? Ninjago.
Wow.
It's not confirmed yet officially.
That was
Everything's
actually
based on a
somewhat
Okay, all right.
impressive.
Well, I mean, Johnny Cage is my martial arts. Jackie Chan is martial arts. So let's talk about Ninjago, guys, which is also a martial arts movie. I think. Actually, I'm not
Maybe.
too sure. I'm assuming it'll
We
be a
hope.
martial arts movie
We
because
One can dream.
But all right. Let's talk about this source that is reporting all of these actors
Okay. I think
for
there's a
the
little bit of
Ninjago
confusion
movie. Okay?
with us about this. So Kahi, what do you think the source came from?
Okay, so this is what I've been reading on all these news articles. It's saying that it was a catalog from the 2016 Licensing Expo that they got this from, and a lot of people are citing BrickFeed as the original source of this information, as Flash Film, that's like ComingSoon.net, all these other I go on these places to get superhero scoops. So
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
where did they get their source?
they get it from a lot of different people, and sometimes
I mean, in
there are
this
some
particular
sites that are like.
instance.
In this particular instance, they cite the source as being BrickFeed.
here's
Now,
how
Meso,
did BrickFeed
what
get it?
happened here is literally an equivalent of what happened with the first pictures of the Lego Minecraft sets, where we reported on them and then some other site reported on them and linked to our channel, but every other
the
subsequent
Brick
site
fan.
then credited the Brick Fan and not our YouTube channel. This got posted on Twitter initially. Just some random image. I don't know how BrickFeed determined it was from a licensing expo catalog, but they were not the source of this, so it's just a guess to me. There's no evidence to show that whatsoever. There's no wording on the thing, licensing expo, whatever. I don't know where that's from. But then BrickFeed posted it, and every other site looked at BrickFeed as a reliable website and not just some random
That's
post on
funny.
Twitter. So they sourced BrickFeed. AV Club sourced BrickFeed, and then Slash Film sourced BrickFeed via the AV Club, and then ComingSoon.net sourced BrickFeed via Slash Film, and it went on and on and on and on and on in a cycle. But to tell you the truth, I don't know if this is legitimate or not. I don't know if it's from the Licensing Expo. I don't know what that is. It's just a post on Twitter. The only thing that came out to even give it any semblance of credence whatsoever was the voice actor for Kai, Vincent Tong, put out a tweet expressing that he was sad that he was not going to be playing Kai in the movie, basically, is what that boils down to, which would imply a whole new cast, which would line up with what we're seeing here, which is none of the actors from the TV show have any roles whatsoever in the main cast.
And boy,
It's entirely new.
I got 2 things I'd like to comment on. First of all, that's disappointing. Second, if true. Second of all, I'm so glad that BrickFeed is so reliable. I mean, isn't that right, Yellow Umarak?
Yeah, that was sketchy.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's a
Medium
little bit
roast.
of a difference. There's a little bit of a difference between, getting a part, a color wrong on something, and then also, reporting on this huge scoop on a very popular movie. There's, that giant disconnect. It's there's 2 different, errors. There's 2 different, levels of error, where it's oh, this is a tiny thing you kind of got wrong, but, it's a mistake. This is a really
I think we
big
should
thing
point
of
out
news, and
more
this
the
isn't true.
fact that they said Umarak the Destroyer was brown. Or
Oh
whatever
yeah,
it
it's
was.
brown
That was
blue,
the
I
bigger
think.
issue. Yeah.
The colors of a set is not the same as saying this is a cast of a major movie. That's what I'm trying to get at here.
No.
I swear
You're right,
though,
it's still a mistake. I'm just trying to say that.
Article's important.
I mean, listen, I'm just saying they have a history of misinformation. This wouldn't surprise me if this was false.
They made one. I'm not going to say that they probably had some more
There are
misinformation.
some
That happens
others.
when you run a news site. We've made. There's been certain things that could have been worded better in our previous articles, and it's just when you run a
Worded
news
better
site and you go through all this stuff.
absolutely flat out wrong are also 2 very things. So
2 very things.
this, I question this.
But-
Coming from them, I
okay,
do question this. And it's a really weird cast, too. I mean, a lot of
But
this
Jackie
is...
Chan.
Is it okay? What makes it weird?
Yeah.
Zane's voice
like-
actor looks weird.
I think
it looks like he
it's
just got
perfectly
convicted
normal.
for murder or something.
It's a whole.
What?
It's a new movie, so
These are okay. These are all like pretty well known. I'm not maybe not A-list actors, but they're like B to A-list actors. Kumail Nanjiani, he's on Silicon Valley. He's very popular.
never
Dave
heard of
Franco's a
him.
very big name. Obviously,
Yeah, but I
Jackie
doubt you
Chan,
watch any of
Michael-
these shows.
Well,
You're not
I mean-
exactly Mr.
Right.
Up on the main
I mean,
screen
listen, okay,
media.
fine.
and
I know
you're all. I mean,
three,
you're not like I recognize almost all of these
I know
actors.
three of them. I know
I don't.
Jackie Chan, I know Dave Franco, and I know Michael Pena. I know
I only know
them.
Jackie Chan and Michael
Is it
Pena.
Pena? I know Kumail Nanjiani and Zach Woods because I've seen The Office and Silicon Valley. I remember Fred Armisen from Easy A, and I don't watch a lot of Saturday Night Live, so I don't know him. And I did see Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising. But I don't remember Abby Jacobson as a driving force in that at all.
Yeah.
So Abby Jacobson, I'm gonna look her up on IMDb and see if like she's done anything
Dave
else.
Franco's
that's,
the MVP for me. I remember his epic scene and Now You See Me. That's how I know him.
yeah,
Fight
now
scene.
you see me. He's also in Neighbors
Nice.
and Neighbors 2. And he's also like he's been in quite a few movies. He's definitely a rising star in a lot of circles.
I got faith in him. Yeah, there's like some of the characters I'm sure will sound different. Some of the characters I'm sure will act different, but it is a new universe, so maybe that's a good thing. Because I think this is pretty much confirmation. Like
I mean-
we discussed this prior.
Remember-
The movie will probably be in a separate continuity from the show.
there's a lot of
We were-
lore to
we were
fit
like
in one
this-
movie.
Yeah.
Do we know the art style?
Nope.
We're assuming it's going to be like the Lego Movie.
Right, the pseudo stop motion.
Yeah.
I was saying before, didn't we have the same reaction? I remember when we first heard news of the Lego Movie, and we heard the voice cast of that, and it was like Morgan Freeman and Alison Brie, and Chris Pratt, and we were like, what's going on here? What's Elizabeth Banks? Like, really?
I mean,
where
to
are
be
these people
fair,
coming from?
at that time,
They're all it's the same level of casting though. It's like the same all the same kind of level of actors. Alison Brie is decently popular. She's been in a lot of popular shows. A lot of people know who she is. She was Unikitty. She's been in Community. I think Community is the role I know her the most
What's that?
for. But she's been in a bunch of other
popular
stuff.
show
It's a
that you
TV
wouldn't
show.
know
Very,
because
very
you don't watch.
popular
shows.
show.
A very
Yeah,
popular show.
I don't know. I think that cast was a tad bit of a higher caliber. I mean, the thing here is, it's one thing to cast new actors and actresses in a movie that it's a one-off thing. It's its own thing with new characters. This show has been running for like the last 5 or so years with very established voice actors and characters. And we can see here that they're even changing up how they look, which I find to be some of the most interesting.
I really hope those are just preliminary models. Because Zane's hair and Lloyd's hair and Jay's, I swear they all look so
Jay's
weird.
hair is weird. I'm not used to that.
Okay, Jay's is the one that offends me the most because it looks like he's trying so hard.
Okay, come on. Offends you?
Yes.
Don't be. Listen, Mr.
That-
Tumblr 2016.
Listen, okay,
Your haircut offends
that
me.
hair
Come
is
on.
absolutely horrible. Seriously, look at it. What is that? It looks like it's trying so hard to be a mix between the brown ninja and fudge. What's that name?
It looks
Blue
like a
suede
piece of
shoes.
Literally.
Elvis Presley. It looks like he's trying to be a movie star.
Blue suede shoes.
I mean,
It was so obvious. I was like, what is he trying to get at? Is he trying- okay, yeah.
Hey, listen,
okay,
man.
go on.
I only woke up a few
Yeah,
minutes
no,
ago
okay.
too.
No, that's okay. Fair enough. Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It is like, it's an odd haircut.
It's
true.
horrible. It's terrible.
And especially from like the blurry like place that they've done this, it's interesting.
Nia looks like she has Cole's face.
But okay, here's the deal though. The thing about like having all these actors not getting the original voice cast, I completely 100% get that. And I kind of support them going with new actors going forward because this is a franchise that they're trying to make into a movie franchise. And if you do an animated movie, you have to have celebrity names attached to the voice actors. It's how you get people in.
Make celebrity
see any
names out
animated
of the voice
movie-
actors. Do it. This will be their big break.
The people in the
No one
Ninjago,
pays. Listen,
they could have
no one pays
easily
attention to the
swapped
voice
out-
actors unless they're celebrities.
They could have swapped out everybody on this list with people from the TV show and kept, I don't know,
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan as Sensei Wu, and people would have gone to see it equally as much.
Master Wu.
Nobody's
Sure.
going to see the movie because of Zach Woods.
Yeah.
Like, even if you like Zach Woods, it's like, these aren't
No one's-
high caliber
Yeah.
actors. They're not like
No,
Leonardo
they-
DiCaprio.
I would say-
or whatever, you know what I mean?
I mean, sure, fair, but like all these people are like established people in the acting world. They're not like
True.
you have to do this with an animated movie. You can't just have the people from a TV show reprise their roles. And I mean, like, to be honest, like, even though the Ninjago TV show is, a popular show among kids, it's supposed to be a movie franchise. They need to have it, recast.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing is like, even though I disagree with it, it's a different thing with the DC like the DC TV shows and the DC extended universe, because I would say that the actor playing the Flash right now is more famous as the Flash than whoever they chose to be the Flash in the movies,
Ezra Miller.
in the Justice League movie. Yeah, as Ezra Miller, I would say that what's his name, Grant
Ward.
Justin. Wow.
Wow.
You say Grant,
But yeah,
or
basically-
you say Ward.
right.
That's what comes to mind.
All right, fair enough. But so I guess like none of the voice actors, and I'm not like dissing any of the voice actors. I think they're very good for the TV show. But I see where the studio would be like, we need a new cast to bring these characters to life in our feature film animated movie franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Tough
That's
business.
just that's just
like
reality
you're
of
right, but it just, as a fan of the show for the last few years,
Yeah.
this news does greatly disappoint me if this holds true. Because maybe one of these days we're just gonna find out that it's completely false. We're gonna have Jay's voice actor come on. We're gonna have Jackie Chan come on to Twitter and be like, I don't know what this is. What are you talking about? Lego hasn't talked to me.
Yeah, that'd be
Right.
great.
Well,
I mean,
I mean,
I did look
some
it
of
up, and
these-
the
some of these
licensing
sites-
expo, whatever that is, did happen over the last week. So if that truly is the purported source, it would line up chronologically.
And I will say that, like, whoever did this, if this is a fake, whoever did this is a very, very smart individual, and making it look just like, it doesn't look too flashy. It looks like the kind of slideshow you would see at a licensing expo.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like everything looks like professionally done to a level that is clearly corporate. You know what I'm
Well, the
saying? It's
initial
like there's some
source was a
designs that
Twitter
are like
called
very like
Ninjago
designed.
News, so no offense to them or anything, but I'm not really sure if they'd be like super professional level.
It's
Sure.
It's all right.
I mean, fair enough. I'm saying that like this design of this slide, I've been to corporate conventions and stuff before. This is exactly the type of design to use for their stupid PowerPoint things that are just kind of like, clearly some intern put it together, just be like, all right, here you go. This is what we're presenting.
Nice.
It looks very, it looks like a professional did it, and he was just so done, he just did it. That's what I'm getting from it. That's not like any credence to the source or anything.
I will say this.
Credence.
I can forgive all of it, even Jay's horrendous, awful, worse than the worst haircut, if
You're
antics.
very passionate about haircuts.
Yes, I am. If antics ensue.
Oh my
boy.
gosh.
This is all you care about. You're not even a true fan. You just want to.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care about the quality. I just want my
Yes.
reference to be in
Yes.
that movie somewhere.
That'd
So
actually
long,
be really cool.
so long
Nah.
as either antics ensue or I am there, I can forgive them.
Well,
Or I am there.
I am there.
I do
Unbelievable.
believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, aren't the writers of the Ninjago show also penning the script?
I don't think so.
I remember I read that somewhere.
I feel like they were
Or-
working on it to some extent, but I don't know how much they were doing.
I don't think they were writing the script. They may be a consultant, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is actually being written by... Does it say here? No. I think this is actually being written by the folks who did the Lego Movie. Let me double check.
Okay, so this is on Slash Film, and this is just, I'll have to double check this information everywhere. But it says Charlie Bean from Trend Uprising is directing Ninjago with a script by Dan and Kevin Hageman
Yeah. Oh.
from and then
Fair
quote
enough.
There you go.
Ninjago Masters of Ninjutsu.
Yep.
With also Brian Shukoff and Kevin Chesley.
yeah.
Well, where are
no,
they getting
next-
that
So-
information from? BrickFeed as well?
It's on IMDb.
Yeah, it's a my
Can't
IMDb.
anyone edit that?
Yes, but for now, we will have to take it as this is what we hear.
All right, Prpl. What would you count as the official source? Would you
I don't know,
want
some
them to
official
phone
news
call you and be
statement
like,
by
"Hey,
the
I'm
people
working
who are
on
actually
this"?
making the movie.
People, they don't do that. People like you. That's not a thing that happens. Where like
Press releases are a thing.
Script writers. Press releases are a thing, but script writers will not come out and be like, "Hey, I'm doing this." Usually, I mean, actors usually will, but not like if you're a screenwriter, it's just part of your job.
I remember when everybody was talking about, like, Bionicle being announced or whatever, and we were like, they never do announcements for themes, they just come out. But then Bionicle, they actually did do this big elaborate thing, but it was an anomaly. It wasn't like...
But, I mean, like, yeah, that's the thing, they don't do it for any other thing. They didn't have a launch thing for Nexo Nights, I don't believe. They didn't have, like, a thing.
They had a Comic-Con party, but it wasn't like a press event. It was just, like, a booth where they did stuff.
Let's see. I'm looking at Dan Hageman. He has written for the TV show, but I believe he's let's see. And he also helped write the Lego Movie. He was part of the collaboration on that. That being said, in the movie business, there is a lot of like people who write. Sometimes they do a lot of a large work on the script. Sometimes they only come and do a couple lines and they're still credited. There's a whole thing to like screenwriting that you get like editors coming in and you have someone come in and like edit that script and fix that script. And sometimes you will see people be credited on a script who basically didn't do anything. Like Joss Whedon, for example, is credited with being on the first X-Men, and only one line that he actually wrote made it into that movie.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. And it's that storm line where she's like, "Oh, you know what happens when a frog is hit by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else." That's the only Joss Whedon line, but he's credited on that script.
Interesting.
So,
Why would
Alrighty
Frog
then.
get
Maybe he
hit by
delivered it
lightning,
really
though?
well.
so yeah, we don't know like we don't know how much the involvement is with that script. We know how the people that wrote the show, how much involvement they're having with the actual script coming out for this movie.
I mean, I hope
But
it's a substantial amount.
maybe the one line that'll make it in is "antics ensue." Maybe that will be.
You just see like a fan in the background, like a little, small Lego kid, and he's just walking around. He's got a shirt and it has bright, big old letters, "Antics ensue," and he's like, "Look, the ninja!"
I don't know if like even if it is in the movie, I don't know if they're gonna come out of a T-shirt from that one line. But sure, you can dream. Let's all dream.
You know what?
Well, I mean,
want
if they
that
don't,
Lego
you
shirt.
could just make one.
Okay, while we're dreaming, does anyone have like cast that they would like to have cast for the Ninjago movie outside of the original voice
Me
actors?
as Jay.
Do you have
Never
any
mind.
like
You
people
took
in
my
mind?
joke from
We
me.
did this once with Bionicle.
All right.
We did this with Bionicle one time. Anyone have like voice
How
actors
about
you'd like to see?
Jay is Eljay. Or
Yeah,
LJ is Jay.
I was just about to say that. I'll be Jay.
Okay.
I can be wacky.
I
and
always
zany.
regret doing this when you're on. You're always like, it'll be me.
Yep, it'll be me. And you know what? Vincent Tong will be Kai. I actually do like this the prospect of Jackie Chan as Sensei Wu. I actually think
same.
that's really good.
I think Jackie Chan as Sensei Wu is a really
It's gonna
good
be a
casting
departure
choice.
from his show voice, clearly, but I have no
Master
objections to
Wu.
that. And to
Get
be
it
fair, I
right.
actually don't have any objections to James Franco as
Dave Franco.
I don't
Dang
even know what
Dave
like any of
Franco.
these
Yeah, James
people's
Franco's
voices
a
sound
tad
like off
different.
the top of my head.
I find these interesting, like the movies that they put for the things these actors have been in. It's like for Dave Franco, Now You See Me makes sense. 21 Jump Street. I don't remember. I think he had a very small bit part in 21 Jump Street, didn't he? Wasn't it? Isn't that
He was like the main antagonist, if you could say, in the first one, and then he makes like this cameo
you're
thing
right.
in the second one.
You're right. No, I forgot. I was thinking of 22 Jump Street.
there's a
Yeah,
guy
alright.
who made a really
No, I'm thinking of Superbad. Is he how big is he in Superbad? I don't know. I guess I don't
think
know
he
why they
was
put
in
like neighbors.
Superbad.
no.
Was he?
It says.
Oh yeah.
I
He
think
was in
he is.
Superbad. He was just he like showed up and said some bad things, and that was it.
Yeah,
That was it.
like-
it was a very small
Yeah.
role.
It was a really small bit. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There
of. Like,
was,
there's one movie up there that he's only been.
There was a really funny comment I saw talking about Michael Peña's Kai, and they were making a reference to his part in Ant-Man, where because like he's the voice
it's like okay,
actor,
yeah. Why
Kai would be
is
going,
Hotel Transylvania there instead of Ant-Man?
well, no, it's
Go on.
like yeah, that is kind of weird, but what the heck?
Special.
Nice, thanks. Anyway,
Professional.
yeah, all right. So there's a real funny joke where, based off of his role in Ant-Man, someone was saying Kai, he's just gonna go into these long-winded monologues. He's like,
Yeah,
all
they're
right,
gonna
man.
show. They're gonna
So
like
here's a scoop.
cut
So
back
I
and
know
forth.
a guy who knows a guy who knows a gal who knows a guy in the underworld. He knows Gamadon, like stuff like that.
Oh, that'd be funny.
That would be hilarious.
That would
But I
be
really can't
hilarious.
see
That
Michael
would be
Pena as Kai,
hilarious.
but that's because I'm so used to the original voice actor.
Yeah.
So
What would I really put Kumail Nanjiani as being from Life as We Know It as opposed to Silicon Valley? I don't get this.
know who
I'm
that
very, like-
guy is. I have never once heard his voice.
He's like-
and I'm really ticked off because not knowing what he sounds like, I can't be sure about this Jay.
Then just look up like a clip of him.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
look up a clip of him. He sounds
Yeah, just
very.
look up a clip of him.
sounds
okay,
like a
here's what I'll say.
person.
He sounds like he looks. When you hear his voice and you see his face, you're like, that guy sounds exactly what I thought he would sound like. Same thing with Zach Woods, who's Zane. Like, it's just like, there's some people have a voice you're like, whoa, like Bryan Cranston has a voice you're like, I did not expect that from you, Bryan Cranston.
Zach Woods'
That's very
hair
different.
Just
I don't
looks
really
so
know
weird
Bryan
in this
Cranston,
picture.
so-
Like, did they not have any better pictures
Zach,
of him? He
like-
looks like he just got out of the shower.
I know that.
It's like,
I know we're trying to
it's like
judge
he just
these
got out of the
people.
shower and paparazzi were there in the shower and they're like, click, and he's like, what are you doing in my
Yeah,
house?
he's just
and as
wearing
he's
a
saying,
suit in
what
his
are you
shower.
doing in my house? Click, click.
I mean, I
Well,
know
he
we're
got
not
changed,
trying
you know?
to judge these folks off their appearance and more so off their voices, but Zach Woods looks like a discount. There's that actor from the Hunger Games. What's his name?
Oh no, you're right.
Oh yeah, he discount Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah, there we go.
Definitely. Like,
Wow.
He plays like a really kind of like nerdy dude in The Office, like a really kind of like I don't know how he'll pull Zane off all too well, judging
maybe
from his in
Zane
The
will be a
Office,
nerd.
but he might just be a good actor.
I mean, listen, the only thing that I see this guy having in common with Zane is that if you turned his head upside down, the sharpness of his jaw would match the top of Zane's head. So,
Nice.
Wow.
That's a creative one,
I
actually.
can't say.
Zach
how can you
Woods.
say that? Listen, Michael Pena looks like he actually has a minifigure head. I mean, Pena, sorry.
Pena?
Yeah,
Pena.
It's Pena.
Oh,
Come on, he looks like he actually looks like I could make a minifigure that looks like Michael Pena out of Lego. It's like he has the haircut, he has the step up haircut, and
Yeah,
you totally
right.
do that. Kumail Nanjiani kind of too, but
Oh boy.
He looks like
Um,
he has a stud on his head.
Yeah, but
Interesting times.
I don't know.
well, you should look up clips of all of these voice actors and see how they'll be. Knowing what I've seen, like 3 seasons of the show, so far, and some of these actors, I'm like, I can kind of see it, but they'd have to like stretch their acting a little bit. Zach Woods could possibly. Kumail Nanjiani is a very iconic. Like he has his. By the way, love the guy. His stand-up's one of my favorite I've ever heard. I just don't know when it comes to Jay. When I think of Jay, he could do it, but also it's not my first choice. But it might be a new Jay. It might be a new character. So, you know.
I'm so attached to the current Jay,
Right.
like witty and funny and kind of like.
Well, no, he can Kumail Nanjiani can pull off witty and funny. If you ever listen to a stand-up, he has some of the funniest
can he
stand-up
pull off
I've ever
pitiful?
heard. Yes. He does this one bit in his comedy show that's hilarious, but it's very pitiful, and I feel like it works.
Okay. I need to emphasize.
Dave,
Are you okay?
one thing I'm like, I guess like Lloyd is no longer like the kid anymore. Like he's just one of the kids. Like he's the same age as everyone else. Lloyd in the TV show is definitely younger than all of them, and he just kind of like
Lloyd in the
grows
TV
taller.
show is stupid.
Yeah.
Well, he has like that really young sounding voice. Dave Franco does not have like a young sounding voice. He doesn't sound like a kid, you know. I mean, I guess he kind of does sound young, but he doesn't sound like a little. Lloyd sounds like a little kid.
I mean, I'm gonna be
in the
honest.
show.
That is actually a casting choice that I don't immediately go toward because
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of the voice actress for Lloyd. Not anything against her. It's just it's not the kind of voice that I'm a fan of.
Right.
Agreed.
And it's like it's a voice for, you know, it's a very young kid. It's supposed to sound like, and at the beginning he's really annoying, so it sounds annoying. And she tapers it off later on, but I like Dave Franco as Lloyd a lot. Michael Pena as Kai. That's also, well, Michael Pena also has like a very.
Nah, bring back Vincent Tong. Bring him back into the room. Come on, let's bring him back into this discussion. I'm sorry. That
Let's
is
bring him
one
into
that
the episode.
That's one that I'm. Yeah, let's do that. Vincent Tong, if you're listening to this, come on, you're invited.
He's
Mike-
not listening.
Yeah, but listen, okay?
Well,
one day
You should
it's gonna
tweet it
happen.
at him.
Yes,
He
let's
always
do
does
that.
Twitter and
Let's
stuff.
say yes. Let's do the Twitter thing. I don't have that, so one of you guys do it.
Do the Twitter thing.
Okay.
Make a Twitter.
Do the
the Twitter
tweet,
thing.
okay? Just do it.
Tweet.
This is what we're devolving into. So anyway, Michael Pena.
You devolve.
You had the power to stop it. So that was one of the big ones that I was like, listen, Michael Pena, you're really funny.
Everyone's
You were
a
great
critic.
Ant-Man.
It's like you're
But-
funny. I love you and Ant-Man. You're great.
But
Now get out.
Vincent Tog, bring
Well,
you
okay,
back into the room.
Let's also be fair. We have not. If this cast list is 100% what's going to be a movie, I'm leaning towards the fact that it probably will be the cast.
I would
This
wager,
is because if whoever did this, like if it is a fake, it's a very convincing fake. These actors are just that amount of actors I would want to see in this, or I would think would be in this movie. They are like, B-level actors. They're not like any huge names. If you were a fan of Ninjago and you're like that, you would cast like, again, like you were saying, Leonardo DiCaprio, actors of that caliber and all these roles. You would do some of these people are like Abby Jacobson, for example. I don't think any fan of Ninjago would cast Abby Jacobson as Nia. I don't think that would be like their number one thing in their head. Or like, Zach Woods as Zane is a little odd. A lot of these are just a little odd enough. I can see a casting director saying yes. I don't see a fan saying yes.
Now,
Agreed.
That to me says that this is something that this is actually official, because they're all, aside from like maybe Jackie Chan as Master Wu, I could see a fan saying, "Oh, that would be cool." All these other actors, yeah, I just don't see a fan coming up with this pick. Yeah. So if they did, really good job. This is one of the most convincing fakes I've ever seen. But otherwise, yeah. But we haven't seen it. We don't know what they sounded like in their audition.
Get hype from Michael Pena in high school. That'll be the plot.
Yeah, I forgot
High
about
school.
that.
If this is to be
Michael-
believed, then high school's confirmed.
Yeah. All right, so I know a guy who knows a gal who knows another guy who knows another guy who knows the principal
Nice.
Of the underworld.
of the underworld. Name's Garmadon.
Principal of the underworld.
Ah,
Principal Garmadon.
No.
Oh
No, that's
my
actually good.
Gosh.
You know what? Okay.
I mean,
do
maybe
this, Kahi?
maybe you'll be
You're
okay.
monster,
Maybe
John.
all right. I'm
You're a
gonna
monster.
tell you my pitch. Okay, there's like ninja school, right? But there's also like another school in the underworld run by Lord Garmadon, and he's like, and so there's two schools come together and they fight, and they have like a little sport called Spinjitzu, which is like Hogwarts and Quidditch, right? And so they're going around and they're doing the Spinjitzu stuff, and they all have to be trained. And Master Wu's like a janitor, but he's like, I can train you.
I was
like
thinking
in the
janitor,
Karate
yeah.
Kid, kind of
Oh
maybe.
my god.
Yeah, I was thinking janitor. And then he trains all of them, and he's like, oh, mop the floor. And they mop the floor, and he's like, now you know Kung Fu. And they're like, yes, but this isn't a Kung Fu movie. He's like, now you know Spinjitzu, because you've been mopping the floor in a circle all the time. And then they go and they beat everybody. And then that's my pitch. That's what's going to
I'd
happen.
watch that movie.
I would die.
I'd be so angry.
It'd be cringy, but I'd watch it.
I'd be so mad. Like, I'm gonna watch this movie
I'd be
either way
entertained.
because I
Yeah, X. You
Yeah.
don't watch
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Ninjago.
you're
Are
gonna
you
watch it.
watch the Ninjago movie?
Yeah, it's a Lego movie.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch it.
it'll still look
yeah,
nice.
then we'll see if like the movie can sell to people who.
mean, it's coming next
Haven't watched
year,
Ninjago.
so get ready.
Maybe we can sell to you and make you a Ninjago.
Next year, I'm so excited for the movies next year. We're getting Spider-Man. We're getting we're getting Black Panther. We're getting
Nice.
we're getting Guardians 2. We're also getting like Batman and
I
Ninjago in the
heavily
same
doubt
year.
that.
Wasn't
That will
me
end up
too.
happening.
one
I
of
believe it
them
will be
pushed back, or
delayed.
no, that was the main movie?
Nah.
Not yet, but I'm banking they will be. I cannot see them doing 2 in 1 year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like the Ninjago movie's gonna be pushed back since they've already started like showing teasers for the Batman movie,
Yep.
but we haven't gotten
The,
anything.
the
for
Batman
Ninjago.
movie is basically already like it's going to be released next year.
It's
There's
gonna
no way
be
they're
a
not doing the Batman movie.
Yeah.
But we will see the next couple months. If they do not show some stuff from Ninjago, we can assume that it's probably been pushed back a little bit. But possibly. Batman is the thing of Batman and Ninjago. Batman is a guaranteed hit.
Yep.
Batman's a guaranteed hit because superheroes are big right now. Batman's still big right now. And this movie is very tailored to like comic book fans. It's going to have a lot of references.
Ninjago
Comic
is
book
a
fans are
bit
going to
more
love
of a
this movie.
gamble.
Ninjago's way more of a game because you can't do references. Batman, you can draw on like 60 plus, 70 plus years of like lore and like cool stuff and like all nerd stuff. People want to see all this stuff. Ninjago, you don't have that fan base that's
Ninjago's
right there,
like
and
the
you don't have
first
that name.
original IP theatrical movie, kind of in a sense. It's like
Wow, the Lego movies. Well, I guess it was kind of a mismatch of all these other
full of
things, but
licenses
sure.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Now,
Either way.
there's one other person I would cast for Jay. Not me.
Oh,
It's
no.
not
Okay. All right.
Is it
Nathan
me?
Fillion.
All right.
Is it you?
Nathan,
Is it me?
Nathan Fillion.
Is Jay.
I mean,
Nathan
listen.
Fillion as Jay.
I think it's a lot more fitting. He's a lot wittier.
Then Kumail Nanjiani. At least Kumail Nanjiani sounds like he's in high school. Nathan Fillion doesn't sound like he's in high school.
I mean, but it's Michael Pena.
I don't know. Eljay, I don't know
Listen,
if I'd buy that.
I
That's
love
kinda
Nathan
stretch.
Fillion, but I fully admit that he's not a high school voice actor. He's like
Not
he's
with
not
that
a kid.
attitude.
Yeah, I know.
He sounds
Come on,
he
man.
sounds like he's a roguish. He's like a dastardly rogue. He's a
And
very
listen,
He should.
you
that
know
hair-
sharp.
Look at that. He should play Ronan.
Oh, that would
He
be
swears.
so
Oh, there we go.
good.
Assuming
That's
Rowan
the
will
best
even be in
combo
the
ever.
movie.
Dude, he's flying around.
No,
in
you
his,
know. Okay.
He's flying around in his savage. It's not Rex
No,
anymore.
no, no.
It's
What
just
if
Serenity.
Ronan is the janitor and
no,
he
he
calls
should be
like
that.
his
You know who
mock
Nathan Fillion should
thing
be?
Rex or whatever, and he just like rides around on that when he's like not supposed to.
Nathan Fillion should be that. Who is it? The brown
he's
ninja.
good.
You know what I'm talking about? The guy.
Oh my god.
That guy. He
That'd
would
be great.
totally. That fits him so well.
Darren.
Imagine Castle as that guy. Man, that would
boy.
be.
I would watch that
Come on,
movie.
tell me that doesn't
The
kinda
Dareth
fit.
movie with Nathan Fillion.
The Dareth movie of Nathan Fillion. That's
Oh
great.
my goodness. You know who
Oh,
I would
okay.
cast?
Listen.
I'd cast Fitz
Alright, who'd
as
you
Jay and Simmons as Nia.
So,
Wow.
let me see.
Wow.
Hang on. I'm gonna reach over and thanks for the talking stick. It's no longer yours.
Oh,
I'd watch that movie too.
Who? Okay. Let's do one last thing, and we'll do this for all the people in the audience too. Who should voice Lord Garmadon?
His voice
Morgan
actor
Freeman.
already.
Oh yeah, Lee Talker.
I think not Benedict Cumberbatch, Bryan Cranston. I said him before.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I feel like a Bryan Cranston Garmadon would be really
Who's
good.
that?
Because, like,
See-
Bryan Cranston has experience acting as the dad from Malcolm in the
See,
Middle,
I was about to
Dad
say,
Lloyd.
the only
but
place
he's also
I know
like,
him from is
say my name, you
The
know?
only place I know him from is from Malcolm in the Middle, and I've seen all of that, so that's how I know Bryan Cranston.
But yeah, so he could do like, I'm really good Lord Garmadon now. I'm just trying to be a father. And then he can also do like, I'm going to rig a bomb underneath this guy's wheelchair and blow up my other competitor.
Okay, so
He can do both of those.
we're done now.
I understand the reference. Well, actually, no, I don't. It may be a Breaking Bad thing, but I was thinking
That's a Breaking Bad
I was
thing.
thinking like someone else. Anyway,
I got it.
Yeah, actually, we're the pop culture guys here. All right, well, we still have some other
Move
things to talk
on.
about, but real quick, before we get to that, I'd like to say that this podcast is brought to you by Vessel, vessel.com/the TTV channel. That's THETTV channel. And, you can access. Where did
that?
come from? Yeah, right. You can access all of our stuff at early access 1 week early if you go to Vessel. Right now you have all of our stuff. You can watch Vessel completely free. You don't need to sign up, and you don't need to pay for early access. But if you do want to catch our stuff a week early, you can. It's $2.99 a month. It's $20 for a year. It's really the price of a polybag and or a decently sized Lego set. So, really, every view really helps us out there, and it really helps us provide more content to you guys. That was it. That was the end of my my spiel. Let's move on.
good stuff.
To what
All right.
though?
All right. So, you know who doesn't have a segue? Doctor Strange.
Who's that?
Doctor Strange set. The official pictures just got released.
It looks dumb.
And, I think it looks really cool. Actually, I like it more than some of the other sets that I've seen come out of the superhero line. I really like it. And the reason why, again, is because I've said this so many times, really, really kind of sick of vehicles. Not really feeling
True.
vehicles for people that don't need vehicles.
That is true.
Doctor Strange
The vehicles
does not need
sell.
a Doctor Strange mobile. No, listen, I understand that. I don't fault Lego for doing vehicles. They sell more. But I really like the fact that this is an actual Santorium. Like, this is like the actual thing.
It's tiny.
The set, it's a small set. You're right.
It's a budget set.
But like, it's like it has walls, it has a bookshelf, it has a desk, it has like the window and a portal into whatever that is.
A movie spoiler?
I guess I'm thinking so. It has
Nice.
Wong as Baron Mordo. It has oh no, is that Wong or the ancient one? Hold up.
The
I
ancient
don't
one.
know.
It's the ancient one. Okay,
It's
All right.
the movie
ancient one,
Ancient
Baron
one,
Mordo,
the
and,
one that everybody doesn't like.
Wow.
Not everyone doesn't like. A certain amount of people don't like it, and I think that's kind of overblown. But sure, fair enough. We'll get into that later. I don't know. And you guys think of like, would you guys like to see more sets like this as opposed to vehicle sets, or are you like, would you rather see more vehicles?
Well,
I'm
yeah, it's
so
a lot
sick of vehicles.
nicer and memorable to have like a scene of something. But the thing is that most movie scenes are like really big landscapes, and so it's hard. It's a scale thing because
It's like I didn't think Lego was going to do like. I couldn't imagine Lego doing the giant skyscrapers like folding in and of itself, like we saw in that trailer. I don't think that was going to be a Lego set anytime soon. So,
Yeah.
No, how much is that one? $500.
Exactly.
right.
Guy, I mean, John, sorry. You know Doctor Strange stuff. What is going on here?
A little bit. Okay, well, what I would assume, I haven't seen the movie, and the movie's a little different.
I did.
Yeah, right. Surprise, I have not seen the movie. But I believe what's happening here is that Doctor Strange has this sanatorium in the comics, and that's kind of like his office where he goes and he does his magic stuff. This is a sanatorium, but it's interesting that I don't know in this movie if he's going to get that yet, because he's training for the majority of his movie from what it looks like. Like, he's becoming Doctor Strange. It's kind of like an origin-esque movie. The fact that Baron Mordo and the Ancient One are here and not Wong is his assistant. Usually, Wong is like kind of his secretary. He's always there at the Sanctum. And so it looks like he's being trained, and the portal and the stuff, and it looks like a demonic figure from some magic thing. There's so many magic monsters in Doctor Strange, it's kind of hard to keep track of who's who. But I just find it interesting. I don't know if Doctor Strange takes over a sanatorium from someone else in the movie, or is it like his first time in his own office or something? Basically, it's Doctor Strange goes to Tibet, he trains to become Doctor Strange, he comes back to the US and opens up his office, and this doesn't seem to line up. The Ancient One and Baron Mordo, I don't know if they come to the US. I don't think that's ever been like a...
Interesting.
But that's all I can tell from this very small set. And they might just include Baron Mordo and the Ancient One, just because they're important figures in the movie and not because they're relevant to
like
where
I said,
that
don't
set
have a
is
good
based.
track record of being accurate to the movies. # Mandarin Dune Buggy.
Yeah, or like
Buggy
Agent 13 in the airport fight.
battle,
Like,
yep.
all right.
They kind of take liberties for the sake of since they probably maybe threw Baron Mordo in there just to have a villain.
Possibly. Well, the Ancient One is kind of maybe a villain. Maybe. Kind of. Depends. Like, I don't know. There's several interpretations of that character. And so...
In regards to having a villain, I know that, like, most Lego sets will have, like, a protagonist and an antagonist just already in the set so that, like, kids have something to, like, play with. They can be like, oh, here comes the bad guy, you gotta fight him.
Conflict in a box.
Yep.
It's their mantra.
So...
I got nothing else to say about this. I probably will not buy it.
Ditto.
Yeah, I don't really...
I probably
understand
will.
what the
I'm
deal is
starting...
about this
I'm
set.
getting a better system collection. I like how it looks, and I'll probably get it.
Listen, the money that would have
Being
gone
honest,
toward this
it'll look
is
nice.
instead going toward that Civil War Spider-Man Lego set, so...
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, Spider-Man comes first. I'm
Yeah.
getting Spider-Man as a must, and
Sorry,
if I have extra money,
Stephen
maybe.
Strange, but Spidey's got one up on you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks alright. If I like the movie a lot, then I guess I have a set I can buy. But otherwise,
Fair enough. That is how things go with licenses, I suppose.
yeah,
That does make sense.
it's very much like a movie set.
I've never really enjoyed Doctor Strange as a comic character. And so it's interesting to me. I feel like I will enjoy him as a movie character. He's just not one of the people that I follow his comics specifically. And I also feel like his comics have never really been like, he's never been in a big player in terms of having his own individual series. He's been a very big player in appearing in other people's series, kind of like Iron Man, So I know the most I know him from, my best experience with him is the recent, like the Secret Wars and everything leading up to Secret Wars, Time Runs Out, all that stuff. That's my biggest experience with reading Doctor Strange. But
It's funny because isn't he in the Defenders in the comics?
he is actually almost none of the Defenders in the original run of the comics are the Defenders in the TV show. Like, I believe the initial roster was like what? Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Hulk, and some other guy.
It's pretty hilarious because I was like looking it up to see like TV show stuff, and I was like, so who's the Defenders in the MCU? Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and in the comics it's Hulk and Doctor Strange and Silver Surfer. Like, what is this? Punisher was
Right,
there.
it's like it's a very different thing.
You mentioned when they were the Avengers who were not in the main group at that time. They basically just wrote them a group so they could appear.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, basically they wanted a new team book and they put all the heroes that were popular enough but not like had individual comics that were really popular at that time. The Hulk had been on a bit of a decline, same with Doctor Strange, same with Silver Surfer. And they put him together in a team. Well, that was kind of the thing with the Avengers too. It's like all the people who are like, oh, you don't have your own series yet.
Yep, and with the movies it was all people Marvel hadn't sold the rights to.
Right, exactly.
Here's a team
but
that ended up working.
To be fair, they also turned those characters into big name, household name people. I would say Captain America and Iron Man are on the level of Superman and Batman in today's kids. Like, they equate those two superheroes on the same level. To them, there's no, there's no difference between Superman, Batman, and Iron Man and Captain America.
For me, they're better, because I'm not big on DC.
I think they're better as well, but, that's an opinion that a lot of people have. So there you go. Alright. Anyone else have anything to say about the set?
Literally no interest in it.
Okay, well, before we move on, then I'm going to plug another thing.
Do it.
Let's plug another
plug
thing.
all the things.
Let's
plug it in, plug it in.
Yeah, let's plug our store.ttvpodcast.com. Right now, we are going to
Don't bother
be having a
anything
Never
about
t-shirt.
Yeah, you got the right idea. Go on.
Okay, we're having a Never t-shirt very soon for the month of July, and you can go and get it at the store. Have we?
Nope.
No.
Here, listen.
Okay, hey, today, July is a surprise special month, coming straight from our top secret design t-shirt lab, run by Prpl, and basically Prpl.
Hey, Var's there too.
We have... Oh yeah, Var works in that too. We have a secret lab where we've been cooking up some new t-shirts, and one of those will be on sale in July.
What are we?
Our secret lab
we
on
cook
our chat.
shirts, okay? They're the highest quality shirts.
No.
Anyhow, whatever shirt is going to be there for July, you can totally get that. There's no, we need to do, I'm like, alright, I don't know what to say here. We should have had a poll, we didn't have a poll, so whatever shirt's going to be there, you're going to get that.
Buy our shirts, that's the message.
Buy our shirts. That's basically
Listen,
where I'm
I got
coming
good
from.
news.
There you go. Store.ttvchannel.com.
I got good news and I got bad news on the shirt front, okay?
Okay.
The good news is it's gonna be a good shirt, or at least I'm assuming so.
Yay.
The bad news is it will not be an Antics and Sue shirt.
Oh, come on.
So there is no bad news.
Yeah, I was like, hey, when are you going to get to the bad news, LJ?
Listen.
I got my shirt recently. I got the Var shipped the Civil War shirt.
Oh, that
nice.
probably
To
means that I'm
everyone.
gonna... I don't know if I'm gonna have mine yet. I ordered like 3 different shirts, because Var sent me a shirt I had ordered a while ago. It was just another Choose Wisely, because the first one I got was a lemon, and the one he sent me now, it's like really high quality. So,
It's a phrase.
Oh.
well, yes. No, that is an active phrase.
Explain to your viewers what that phrase
It
means, because
means
they might
a
not know.
one-off item that is in production that is of less or lower quality than the standard.
Aw, but lemons are good.
That's really cool.
It is called a lemon. Probably because it puts you in a sour mood.
That's very interesting.
Hey, okay.
Anyhow, these shirts, unlike LJ's lemon shirt, are really high quality. Don't listen to him. You're not going to be sent a lemon. You're going to be sent a high quality shirt, which I'm currently wearing right now.
I am
It's
too,
really
actually.
nice
I'm
shirt.
wearing my Neck and J shirt right now.
It was really,
You wearing a Neck and J?
really early on in production. All of these shirts are fantastic
Okay,
quality, okay? People come up to me on
They're
the street all
amazing
the time
quality.
and they tell me I have the best
Yeah.
quality shirts. And there are no other
You don't even go
shirts.
outside, though.
I'm no joke. People have actually asked me, like, "Hey, what's your shirt?" Like,
Yeah,
I get that question
I go to
about,
a
like,
local
several times a day.
store.
Yeah,
I go to a local store, I'm in checkout, and the guys look at my shirt being like, oh, what's that shirt? I get questions about
It's
it all
me.
the time.
yeah.
I
know.
tell them that,
I
too.
just like, all right,
I tell them
it's
that.
great. It's so great. I tell them that too. I'm like, this is me, and it's better. Like, LJ, I'm assuming when you go out to the supermarket, you're not wearing the mask, or maybe you are,
I don't know.
and that's
Take a guess.
But like, it's for me on the Civil War shirt. It's really great for me to be like, no, this is me, and like point to myself, and people are like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, I have a channel, and then we sell shirts and stuff, and this is a shirt, and the guys are like, oh, that's really cool.
Listen,
And I've gotten that question like several times a day. It's really cool, and it's a really well designed shirt too. Like, real talk, Prpl, you did a spectacular job.
Yay,
I love the
thank
Civil
it
you.
War
helps that
shirt.
you have an A-list celebrity, like, right next to you.
But I'm not in that.
I know, X. You really pulled this shirt in. Thanks a lot, man.
But yeah, no, see, like, one of these days, if I ever take my mask off, we now have to have a shirt with my real face so that I can do the same thing. And I'll just go, see, it's me.
Yeah, no, listen. We should have just like a cat shirt. We should just have everyone just turn one of the Drata squads into a shirt.
There's a shirt that Rooster Teeth made. It's kind of like that. It's like a select your character, and it has all the different reds and blues.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Select your character.
Okay.
But
I would be down.
Anyhow, this has been the longest plug we've ever done in this show, so let's keep it going and instead switch to something new.
There's one thing that I'd like to bring up, if that's okay.
Do it.
Go for it.
All right. Who here likes Lego ideas?
Not me. They never make my modular buildings into sets. I need them.
They're all right.
What? They're all right. What do you have
Give
against
me my
them?
Zelda
X?
Nintendo.
Not enough
Well-
dragons, 0 out of 10.
The thing with Lego Ideas is that it opens up a platform for like making Lego sets that otherwise wouldn't be made, and the only thing it's used for is like novelty license sets that we're gonna get anyhow.
That's
So, like, the only
to change.
Yeah, so the only thing. Okay, well, segue into your thingy then.
Yeah.
That's about to
Probably
change.
more exciting than my long rant about Lego Ideas. So let's just go.
So, Lego Ideas has released a lot of new guidelines and kind of reworked some of their old ones. And so, BrickFeed has released an article regarding it. And I know I was throwing some shade their way earlier, but this is from the ideas.
Crawling back.
Crawling in.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm not gonna go that route. I'm gonna go to their official Lego Ideas blog. I don't need you, BrickFeed. You need me. Take me back. All right. So, updates to Lego Ideas guidelines in terms of service. Once we produce a Lego Ideas set based upon a third-party property, we will not accept more ideas submissions based on that property. So, Ghostbusters and Ninjago, well, even though that's not third-party, Jurassic Park, that kind of thing, they're no longer going to take submissions for that since they own it.
I like that. That makes sense.
And that weeds out a lot of the mush.
The riffraff.
Projects must fit in a single box, so we're setting a part count limit of 3,000 pieces.
They're really pushing that boundary already. They're getting so far along with that.
Yeah.
All the sets are so small.
Yeah. Projects must focus on a single concept or third-party property. This essentially expands on the no play themes or series rule and also rules out the mass customization projects, i.e. custom mosaic or minifigure makers, as well as combining more than one third-party property into a single project. Lego Ideas, they use the example Porsche Ferrari cars.
Okay.
It's now similar to collaborate on projects. Basically, they just need to kind of mutually agree that, hey, yeah, we're collaborating now.
Makes sense.
New restrictions on project contents. No iconic elements referencing third-party properties we find inappropriate for the Lego brand. So, no Breaking Bad, no Walking Dead.
Aww.
No,
I was looking for.
I want Game of Thrones. I want
Game of Thrones
a
would look very good in Lego.
Yeah.
It really would.
Like-
I would love an RV with Walt and Jesse. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
How about we get the Zootopia version?
Hey, and there's something else I don't want to see. No large scale.
I liked Zootopia.
They have the Chima molds,
Yeah, we
they
have
could
Chima
just-
already. We already have our anthropomorphic furry
Basically.
ripoffs. So, no large or human-scale weapons or weapon replicas of any kind, including swords, knives, guns, sci-fi, or fantasy blasters.
Rip.
Now, this is interesting here. I didn't think of this, but projects may not propose LEGO Dimensions expansion packs.
That one, okay, this one interests me the most. Because beforehand, I got that, like, Lego Ideas was kind of like the whole, let's see what license theme that Lego can make next kind of deal. And I've always thought, like, alright, I can see why Lego get annoyed. They just don't want to see, like, this would be cool in Lego. But now that they have Lego Dimensions, I'm wondering if that, like, Lego Ideas is one of the best ways they figure out what license to pursue next for Lego Dimensions. To me, it seems like a very simple, like, you don't even have to create a peer group to see what they would like. 10,000 fans are already telling you that they really want to see this happen. Adventure Time is one of those. I don't know if they were already pairing up with Adventure Time or if Adventure Time came after the Lego Ideas thing had been suggested or whatnot. But, like, to me, I would feel like now that they actually have a product that deals with licensing themes from other people, they would want to see what people are interested in seeing. I don't know. To me, that's like that would be like a metric I'd be interested in seeing how many people want this thing to happen.
One would think,
obviously enough.
All what they don't want is people suggesting not real sets, but just Lego Dimensions packs.
Yeah. Okay. No, I see where you're coming from. Okay. Right. So you can still suggest like a licensed theme, and they could turn it into a dimension. They just don't want like, oh, just put a minifigure here and then a minifigure there, and there you go. That's my idea.
That's not what it's for. They're not gonna do Lego Ideas branded Dimension packs.
That's no okay. You're all right. No, that makes way more sense.
It's all that freezing.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's been changed?
Yeah, a few more things. Let me
Bring
see.
it.
No more logos. Whoa.
Yes. Well, you may only use logos that belong to third parties in the context of your model, similar to Lego logo guidelines. You may not display logos that do not belong to you in your artwork, since this can imply endorsement from the logo owner. So they don't want to have that conflict.
Wait, so the third parties in the context of your model, you can only use. So just say, all right.
Like, let's say it's a Scooby-Doo.
Right. And you
creation.
can use a Scooby-Doo logo, right?
Yeah, but like in the context, like if it's on like the Mystery Machine, the bus, the van, that is, like it has to be on the van. But if it's a piece of concept art that you created and you have the logo in like the upper right or left-hand corner, they can imply that's endorsement. That's not in the context of your entry. That's just a logo being slapped on it.
So that's an interesting thing, because I feel
that's how I look at it. That's how I see it.
I think you're spot on with that. I'm just thinking that like a lot of the licensed ones, they do, I mean, like, it helps sell that to have that logo there. So could they possibly not use their logo, but use like, create their own logo for a thing, and say I do Lego Zelda and I create my own Zelda logo that like looks, you know, like it came from the Middle Ages, but it's not the actual Zelda logo. Does that count?
I don't know. You should do it and find out, but they're never gonna make Lego Zelda.
Yeah. Oh well, unless Amiibos just crash and fall, which they will not. So
and a couple of other things, like at minimum, talk about why you made the model, why you think it'd be a good set, and also moderators may make some basic grammatical changes on your behalf, which I find to be hilarious. That's
grammatical changes.
Wow.
So you're like, all right, that's it. No more URs in our thing.
Basically.
Yeah. Now this is interesting. TOS now preserves projects that gain a significant following. While we understand you may occasionally want to delete a project with only a handful of supporters to either resubmit with improvements or clean up your project portfolio, once a project reaches 1,000 supporters, it won't be removed.
Nothing. Yeah.
Fair enough.
This is interesting. Terms of Service revises language regarding assignment of rights. We've worked with our legal department to clarify how you assign us rights when you submit a project, and reassure you that you may share and publish your submission to promote your project online, in media, your portfolio, and other places for non-commercial purposes. So,
fair enough.
That makes a lot of sense. Some people will do like models, and even if they don't use them, or you know, if they doesn't turn into a set, they can still use those models in their portfolio and be like, I modeled this, I did this project.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes a lot of sense for non-commercial purposes and stuff. And also, like, you know, to tweet it out or be like, hey, I'm doing this.
Yeah. So that has been their Terms of Service update.
Hope it works out for them. It seems like they're trying to crack down on some stuff. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out in the coming months.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I think we should go ahead and end this, guys. It's the longest BrickFeed ever.
I know. I think we're probably going to wind it down. The last thing I have to say, though, is if you go to audibletrial.com/JTV, you get an audiobook. I know we plugged a bunch of, not a bunch of Lego books. We plugged one Lego book before. But there are other Lego books now available. One that has come out is Lego, A Love Story by Jonathan Bender. I don't know what this, what the quality of this book is, and you should go and find out for me.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I spent my one credit. Oh, listen, I already spent my credit on A Song of Storms by G.R.R. Martin, so I can't spend any more credits this month. But next month I will get Lego Love Story and tell you if it's good or not. We've all heard Brick by Brick, and we think it's a really great book. But,
I haven't.
Okay, everyone,
I read it.
But all the good members of our company, all the people that actually work at our company have actually done it.
I work here.
Well,
yeah, that's what you keep telling yourself.
All the important
I'm
people.
literally working right now.
All right.
volunteering.
I'm okay. So I was looking on Audible I just searched the Lego and see if anything would come up. Well, there is a post by the Washington Post. I don't know why it's on Audible, but it is on Audible. It is 4 minutes long. It's called "Why I Want My Interracial Son to Play with Legos." It is 95 cents, and you can get that. If you also want to hear this article by the Washington Post, that is on Audible for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Why
can
are there articles?
Can
on
we
Audible?
listen? Can we do this? Could you just read articles from our own website and put them on Audible
Yeah, what article?
for like $1? I guess. Yeah. Okay. So, if you want to hear that too, you can also get that. You can spend your 1 credit instead of a $20 book. You can spend it on a $66 cent 4 minute article on why.
That's weird, dude. That's really weird.
Very interesting. But, you still go on audibletrial.com and get a free 30-day trial and also 1 book of your choosing.
It's nifty. It's cool.
It really
I
is
like it.
fun. And with that, we're going to completely cut off this episode. I feel like we've gone on quite a bit. We're going to leave. My name is John.
My name's Meso.
I'm LJ.
I'm EXX Trooper.
And I'm Prpl.
And this was the TTV BrickFeed Podcast, Episode 9. See you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
almost a 10.
Bye.
Get hyped for the big 1-0.
Oh, my God. Oh,
I go
man.
back to bed now.
You can go back to bed.
Bye.